Okay, I'm back with another Eating Fruit with the Trees. Of course, I got my trees with me. And I don't have much fruit today. I came out with a message today, but I did stop and get some agua fresca. This is some passion fruit agua fresca. And I do have an orange, if this counts for anything. Today, I want to talk about herbs that are good for men's health. I feel like I don't talk about specifically men enough. And I'll have a lot of men around me, a lot of men in my family, and a lot of you guys that need assistance and don't necessarily take care of yourself. I want to give some tips and some advice. And I also want to talk about erectile dysfunction, or as the girls around the way would say, the gummy. We need to talk about that, guys. I have a couple of friends that's been telling me about a couple of stories. And of course I have experienced that myself. So I want to get into what men need to do in order to, number one, prevent themselves from experiencing erectile dysfunction. Also, the men that are experiencing erectile dysfunction, what you can do to kind of remedy that and make sure that you have the Stiffy. Like, we like the Stiffy, not the gummies. Let's get into it. First, I'm going to talk about the herbs. The first one I want to talk about is burdock root. Burdock root, of course, is a really good blood purifier. We know it as something that helps clear the blood. It also helps with high cholesterol, it helps with heart disease, and it also helps with skin issues like eczema and acne. It helps clear the skin. Burdock root helps clear toxins out of the body. So for people that have erectile dysfunction and things like that, it's most likely because you have a lot of buildup in your body, you have a bad diet. Other reasons too we're going to go over, but that's one of the reasons. So burdock root can help you clear the toxins out your body. Also helps increase sexual performance. It helps stop the growth of tumors in the prostate. Another herb I want to bring to your attention is ginkgo leaf. I've talked about ginkgo leaf a lot of times before, but ginkgo leaf is good for your blood circulation. If you know anything about your body, you know that having a stiff, hard comes from blood. It comes from the blood circulation. So if you have a really good blood circulation, you won't have a problem with having a medium or a gummy worm, right? So you won't have that problem. You'll always have a nice Stiffy if your blood is circulating properly. Ginkgo leaf also helps with testosterone levels, which is also very important when it comes to experiencing erectile dysfunction. And of course, we know that ginkgo leaf is good with memory, and it helps reverse the effects of Alzheimer's disease. Ashwagandha is another herb that we know about. Ashwagandha is also very good in helping boost testosterone levels. It helps increase your sperm count. And a good sperm count also means a good sperm quality. So if you're trying to have children, you want to make sure that the quality of your sperm is good. So that all goes in line with having a good testosterone level and having a good sperm count. Fenugreek is also another herb that is easy to find, also very good with helping boost your testosterone levels. So you want to try to source some fenugreek. It's really easy to find. You can find it in your local herb shop. A lot of men who take care of their sexual health, they also know about maca root, however you want to pronounce it. Maca root specifically helps with erectile dysfunction and sexual performance in men. If you constantly take about 3, 4, 5 grams of maca root every single day for 3 months, you're going to start to see the improvements in your sexual performance. You should continue to take it after that, and you should also be doing other things in regards to your sexual performance, like having a better diet, exercising. Those are the herbs I want to recommend to you. There's a couple more herbs that's good for erectile dysfunction and also sexual performance and also just men's health in general, but those are the ones I'm going to stick to today. I want to talk more about erectile dysfunction, aka the gummy worm. We're going to call it the gummy worm for the rest of this episode because it's just funnier. The gummy worm could be caused by stress, it could be caused by depression, it could be caused by inadequate sleep or bad sleeping habits. And poor diet is also a main reason for erectile dysfunction. It has a lot to do with psychological problems as well, what's going on in your mind. It's many different avenues that can affect your body and your sexual performance. Erectile dysfunction can also be caused by an underlying disease, most commonly heart disease and obesity and diabetes causes erectile dysfunction. That causes erectile dysfunction, clogged arteries, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, alcohol consumption if you consume too much alcohol, low testosterone, depression, and other psychological issues. So things like watching porn can cause erectile dysfunction, and it could be a psychological issue. Your brain kind of registers that that is what sex is, and that's what sex is supposed to be. So you kind of have this expectation unconsciously of what sex is and how it's supposed to look. And when you get in front of a real woman with an actual body, with some actual pheromones and sexual energy, you don't know how to act, and your brain is registering it as, nah, this is not what I expect, or this is not what I saw, this is not what turns me on. So then your member doesn't work anymore, because your expectation of sex is this thing and a woman is this thing. So then you just can't perform anymore. And as much as you want to perform, as much as you may have that urge or you are attracted to her in the moment, your member is not working, because that's just not what turns him on anymore, and it's not a good thing. So trying to decrease the amount of porn that you watch will help with your brain. You know, we know this in a way of, when you're watching something, everything that you watch, you register in your brain, and it kind of transforms what happens around you, and it transforms how you see the world and how you see things. So when we're watching, like, people always come for me for watching scary movies. Oh, I don't watch horror movies because I don't want those images in my brain. You know, just like watching things on social media, you don't want to watch people getting killed or fights or stuff like that, or animals being harmed, because it kind of messes with your psychological, and it messes with your brain. So in the same sense that watching porn definitely registers something in your brain, and it messes with the psychological aspect and how you view and how you perform sexually. And that should be definitely taken into consideration when we're talking about erectile dysfunction. When I tell that to men, oh, like, you need to stop watching porn, it's always like a laugh off thing, but it's true. You do need to stop watching so much porn if you ever want to make a girl satisfied. It's so disappointing, and it's embarrassing, not only for you, but for a woman. If I'm coming to your space and your place, and I'm excited, and I'm thinking I'm about to have some good sex, and we getting in the heat of the moment, and the thing is not thinging. Like, what is going on? And as a health coach, I want to help you. The first thing I want to do is just let you know what you should do, what you should not do, the herbs you need to be taking, the things you need to be drinking. I know in New York they have the juice bar. Y'all know about the juice bar. If you're from New York, you already know about the juice bar. You go to the juice bar, you get them shots, and that thing is working afterwards, right? Y'all going to Shorty house afterwards, after the juice bar. So, you know, I'm gonna get that recipe, and I'm gonna give y'all that recipe for the juice for sure. We need to get it together. We just need to get it together in the bedroom. Women be ready, the men don't. We're gonna fix this problem. We're gonna fix it right now. So just know that a woman, a real woman, a regular girl cannot compete with the fantasy that you have in your mind of porno. We are not trying to compete with that. We're just trying to have a good time and enjoy and experience sex the way we're supposed to experience it. So lay off the porno a little bit. And also, masturbating desensitizes you a lot. If you're doing that, and then when you get in front of a woman and you have the gummy, then you need to stop masturbating so much. It's not helping you. But definitely source those herbs. Make sure you get your herbs from an herbalist. You can combine some of these herbs together, because like you guys know, I'm all about concoctions and creations. You can make a concoction, tea, and you can just, or you can make a tincture, and you can have a good supply of it to wet where you can take it every day. You can even take this up to 2 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day if you want to, if you make a tincture. If you're making a tea, you can definitely drink it twice a day. A lot of men go to excuses like, oh, you know, I'm just not attracted, or I need a special thing, or he has his own mind. I think that you should take care of yourself, your health, and figure out the things that you can do to be a better performer, to have your sexual energy back. Especially if you are under 40, if you're under 40 years old, you should not be having erectile dysfunctional problems. You should not be serving girls gummy worms. You should be in good health enough to perform sexually for a long time. So if you're having a problem with endurance, you're having a problem with getting stiff, you definitely need to check out some of these herbs and make them your daily regimen. You might also want to do a detox. Definitely change your diet, because what you're eating is restricting your blood flow, and it's not helping you with getting a stiffy. That's all the advice I have for today. I didn't get to crack open my orange, but that's okay, because I want to wash it and cut it into pieces, because if you know me, then you know I can't just eat an orange like this. It has to be sliced into squares, triangles, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you share this video with your brothers, with your cousins, with your boyfriends, with your exes, and with your husbands, because they either are experienced this or they have experienced this, and they probably have friends that need this advice. So peace and love, guys.